Hi Taurus, and welcome to your general reading here for August 2021. Hold on. Yes, sorry. I got a little self-conscious there because I have the window open because the weather is insane. It is so warm and I feel like I'm sweating as a pig. Yes, and welcome. Welcome, Taurus. Now you know that. This will be your general reading for August 2021 for Taurus energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever. Take what resonates with you, leave behind the rest. Never ever force it to fit if it doesn't. Alright, what are we gonna do here? I'm gonna do it a little bit interesting. I believe so. In that we are gonna start with an oracle message for you, right? And then we're gonna continue to the general reading that I always do for you each month, right? Where we look into the monthly energies. I'm gonna put timestamps down below so you can skip straight to the tarot reading if you want to. The oracle message is for those who are interested in seeing what shows up from spirit, you can say. And that's that, right? Let's get started. I hope you are doing amazing. Also, please, if you enjoy this content, please like the video. It actually supports the channel and I would very, very much appreciate it, right? So, let's get to it. We're starting with oracle messages. It starts by me pulling a tarot and you reading it as an oracle. And we're using Nextwell Tarot. Taurus here for August messages for those Taurus in here. Show me the Taurus here. We have 9 of Cups. Well, isn't that beautiful? And then we have Suspension, which is the Hangman underneath. But let's start by looking into the 9 of Cups. That is a great energy. That's wish fulfillment, isn't it? Taurus is wish fulfillment, is feeling sufficient within yourself, being able to bring happiness into your own life. Jupiter in Pisces and Pisces energy there, right? No, just Neptune here. So I get as though it is an expansion here in inner joy. Well, let's pull out the oracles and get into that. 9 of Cups, self-enjoyment with your energies, Taurus. I know you, Taurus, and because this is sometimes this is a little lavish. If you look at it, it's a little bit sometimes self-indulgent, right? And I have gotten a 9 of Cups previously in ways where I get it, as actually a little bit of a negative energy, but let's not go there automatically. But sorry, Taurus, not to shame or anything, but I know Taurus. Taurus likes the finer things in life, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with enjoying life and enjoying the physics of life, right? Physics, yes, the physical aspects of life, like good food, good wine. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, let's just lay at the oracles here. Let's see what we get. Show me, Taurus. We have failure. And then we have change. That is, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to love. And that's also how you manage to get into the 9 of Cups, right? One of the ways it is actually a gratitude for the mistakes that we do. This tends to happen in when we look backwards, right? Because when we're in it, it sucks. Let's just face it. Who likes to fail? But I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without any movement. All right, give me a moment here to go into these because I sense... I sense paradox. All right, let's just say it like that. I sense here something about having trust. All right, what do we have here else for Taurus? There we have a message in a bottle, communication, and we have a higher power. I am so gonna lay out all of them before I even start talking here. Show me one for the Moonology. The energy is gaining momentum. Confidence is the key to success. And show me this. For Taurus, August 2021. No? Oh, Taurus, August 2021. Taurus, August 2021. Come on, Taurus. The power of purpose and close encounters. Those two have shown up just like that in another reading. It was a collective reading almost. Okay. The thinking man. Alright, so there's another person here included as well. Message in a bottle. It screams communication coming in. These energies are... Right, these are... Some of them are talking against each other. Let me say it like that. Let's start by looking at this failure energy. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. The energy is gaining momentum, and it's about figuring out what is your purpose. Where is it that you want to go, right? There may be a man here who is a thinking man, could be an air sign, right? The thinking man, unless if this is yourself, if you are a man yourself, this may be you thinking and thinking and thinking. For you Taurus ladies, it may be another. It's a man, okay? So it is a physical man, someone very smart, someone who's in their head quite a lot. But very smart, very intelligent, by the way. So when this person gives advice, they give advice based upon logic, right? They're not ruled by emotions. They are not emotions. Can they be inconsiderate of emotions? Yes, they can sometimes. They can be like, all right, emotions. Who cares about emotions? It's about the logic here, right? And that can make it feel a little bit, all right, okay, right? But I feel as though this is an advice related to walking away from something. Walking away from something. Because let's see here with this message in a bottle. Let's look this up. 15, what do we have for message in a bottle for you? So warm. That's 14. Yeah, that's the truth being told. I feel as though someone here brings truth. It's a communication, a sign, pointing your way towards your highest good. A higher power here, right? Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens. They may come to you as a bird flying by, or logo on a truck, a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you're being pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open, for someone might say just the right thing that will give you the answer to your query. Today, your message is this: Spirits hears you, and the reply is favorable. But also here, there's something about, just in case, right? Are you refusing to acknowledge the signs because you want things as you want them? Red flags are not pretty decorations for you to admire. They are warning signs. If something doesn't sit right with you, trouble could be hiding in the bushes. Don't ignore the signs. You know where I got this? It was one of the stalker readings. I got the exact same message in a bottle, and power, and the power purpose. I've gotten these energies before, Taurus. Okay, I just wanted to let you know I gotten this message before. Anyway, you on target? Are you on target with your purpose and passion? Are you coming into your alignment with your destiny? It would appear as though you are, right? And in that case, expect a call from a new opportunity or a message from an old friend or business contact that will lead you closer to your dreams and your greatest desires. Spirit has been listening to you. Why I feel as though I can't talk anymore? It's like my heart is being kicked right now. I hate when that happens. It makes me feel as though I'm about to drop or something. No. When I look at what we have underneath the deck, right? Sorry, I'm gonna be there. It's just because I always, when I'm a little bit trying to figure out why, when I'm dealing with energies that are somewhat ambivalent, I always look to under the deck, and here I see what's going on here. That is the confidence to walk away from something, although you may be looking back. There is a close encounter here, but do sense a soulmate energy. Although remember, soulmates are not always in love; they can also be work. But I sense here, and it's almost like an advice of also understanding the environment that you have around here, because I sense you being probably at some point here in a situation where it feels as though you can't really do anything else other than look at the world in a little bit of a distorted light, but also just sometimes getting into that, can I do anything? Can I control it? No, you can't. But here's what I get, like a friend that is a soulmate that actually brings some sort of a happiness here, right? So you actually get this wish fulfillment of a sort here, and that is where we have the communication in. But I also get here this conversation taking place here about that failure is an opportunity to learn, and I get that may be somewhat of a lesson for you in general here. Taking it into account. in a way where you actually feel it. I mean, you're not just saying it just to say it, because that makes it easier to deal with, right? You know, sometimes we can take mantras, but do you actually believe it? Do you understand it? Do you take it to heart? That failure is an opportunity to learn. Or is it someone you say, yeah, it's an opportunity to learn whatever the fuck, so move on. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, can you quote for those who are religious, right? Do you know your scripture, and do you know it by heart? Or do you know it by logic? It's a little bit of an interesting energy, especially considering that we do have the thinking man here, right? Who, by the way, could be someone in a friend of a family. It's either a family member or someone friend of the family. They could even have Leo in their chart. I do sense this just a somewhat of a discussion going on here about the community, about family, what really matters here. You have the power of purpose, and that's what gets the wheel spinning forward here, is that when you know what it is that you want, it will come. But when you don't know what you want, when it's flaky, you can't really set your eye, you are not determined, basically. Your purpose is not clear, then how on earth can the universe or spirit or whatever you believe in, how on earth can something come your way when you're not clear in it? Right? So that is the power of purpose. The power of purpose is what makes the wheel spin forward here in your favor, Taurus. Because when you're clear about what it is that you want, when you're clear about what will bring you this happiness, and you know why and how it's going to bring you this happiness, that's where it comes. And I feel as though it may come from these failures. Because by failing, you understood that this was probably not for you. That's the learning experience, right? And that is where we have this, the energy is gaining momentum. Let's quickly read that, and then we're moving on to your tarot reading. Change. The waxing moon. Show me the waxing moon. Wax the moon. Wax. Waxing moon. Disseminating moon. Quarter moon. Come on. Give me the bloody waxing moon. There we are. Warning moon, waxing moon. It's a waxing moon. Hope. In doing this moon cycle, hope springs internal. It's a positive omen indicating that you can create the reality you're dreaming of, though it will take some work and you're not quite there yet. This is a time of energies rising up. Emotions are building up too. Where do you want to go, and do you believe you can get there? Either you can just keep meditating and focus on your desired outcome, or you can make the courageous commitment and take more practical steps towards your goal. Whatever you desire, you are most certainly on the right track. The situation is full of potential. Renew your goals and ensure that you are committed, and you're still committed to those goals, but keep moving forward. Alright. The completion is not there yet, that's definitely sure. But you're working on it. And I feel as though that's the message here. When you get to know your purpose, that's the wish fulfillment here, right? And that was probably this. But then why did I get the other energy? That's all right. That's a partnership. There's a person here where you are a little bit lavish. Remember not to take people for granted, right? Appreciate them when they are there. Not that you won't, but that may especially be for those with moon in Taurus. All right. But that's considering them. All right. Anyway, so that is what we have there for you. I am gonna go on to your tarot reading now. All right. Let me just get this out of the way. And what are we doing in your tarot reading? We are basically looking in. We're doing what we always do. Okay. Basically doing what we always do. The same thing as we always do. God, the weather is disgusting today. Alright, let's start by pulling just a keynote here for your tarot reading of August, for Taurus, August. We have a burnout, and we have agree to disagree. A burnout. Alright, Taurus, do some shuffle. A burnout, that means, are you compatible with your environment? Are you compatible with your environment? Are you the expectations placed upon you? And your expectations to environment, are they met with what you're capable of delivering? Right? Are they in alignment with that purpose here? Show me here, Taurus. Okay. Oh, dang, this is... Okay. Sorry, Taurus. It's one of those days where it's just bring the thunder. Bring the thunder, bring the storm. Bring it on, because get this humidity out of the way. Okay, Taurus. What do we have for Taurus here? August. Ooh. Oh God, no. Let's renegotiate that thinking man, okay? Okay, justice in the reverse. That's underneath the deck. That is somewhat of a messy karma situation, not really going as it should. But let's see. What do we have in the center of the spread? We have 5 of Swords in the reverse, crossed by the 9 of Wands. This is almost like a conflict between what you think you want and what you feel driven towards, right? You may be, yeah, there is, I see a strong, I want to say battle, I see a strength within you. But you're going to be really, you will probably find yourself tested on your resilience. And your capacity here to stay consistent in some way or another, right? This is a test on your strength. If you test on a strength here, in the recent past, I do sense here a situation where it's like you don't quite know. There are 2 paths to take. Which one to take? I don't know. I feel so you may not really have known that either here. It's the energy here of the uncertain, right? Something here is uncertain to you. You're sitting there at the dock of the bay, passing time. I don't know if you know that song. It's on my Otis Redding. It's my summer song. It is so cool. Anyway, yeah, you're sitting there passing time. Why am I a little bit worried here? Is because I see the King of Swords in the reverse, but it's in your energies, right? So is this you being scattered in your mind? Being smart and strategic for your own purposes? Or is this you allowing yourself to be misdirected by someone who is, do we call them Calvius or something like that? You know, that cold here, right? We did have the thinking man in the other reading. I always get a little, whenever the thinking man and the King of Swords shows up, because they can be very, very cold. They are cold, right? They are just the way they are. Oh, they may come across as that, right? But they are, when they are twisted, they can be very toxic, because they can get into someone's head. And your mind sort of drifts from what is your authentic purpose to what they want you to focus on. Now, when it shows up with your energies here, the question is, are you the one doing it? Are you the one being strategic here? Trying to get someone to think the way that you want them to think? Because I know you're capable of it. And it's not always as negative as we want to portray it, because let's face it, what's marketing about? This is marketing. If you work in marketing, that's what you do for a bloody living. But with the King of Swords, if anyone works in marketing, you also know the importance of transparency. Otherwise, it's illegal, right? Without transparency, it's illegal. Marketing is subject to a lot of legal regulations, right? Formal regulations, formal law. Why? Because it is so easy to manipulate. Because marketing is about selling. It's about convincing people. And sometimes in history, throughout history, it has been done with coercive, in coercive ways that are corrupt, almost, because they are not. There's, trick people. It's about tricking people. It's like, no. Rather than convince and argue your case, you trick. So that's just, that's an example of how the King of Swords the energy can be, right? I'm gonna look into it because it's on your side here. That's always a little bit. Is it because you're doing it, or is it because it's happening to you? Anyway, what we see here on your side here, yeah, because Taurus, you do have this here within you in that you don't want conflict. I do sense that you don't want conflict. You are an earth sign. You are no drama, please, no drama. You are probably very hard in how you come across to people. I get that. I'm so sorry, Taurus. I'm just gonna say there may be some people out there. It wouldn't surprise me if you come across to some people as cold, or not cold, just that cold, not caring. But here's the thing: they probably don't know you, because the Taurus, I know I know the energies from last year where you were all about the emotional trash can, right? And this is probably somewhat of a response. Then this is the energies of someone that's cleaning up. If you know what I mean, this is the energies of someone saying, I don't want to deal with the drama. And Taurus don't do drama. Okay? Yeah, the balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment and acceptance. I guess it's just, the balance here. Trying to bring the no drama energy into your life. And you're doing so by leaving behind these conflicts. If there's a situation where you feel as though you can't win, I see you leaving it behind. Probably not giving a shit on the way there. And that may leave someone here believing that you are cold. Right? But what's in your mind is a new beginning, is an Ace of Pentacles. You're focused here on getting something going. What you're doing is that you want to break away from these toxic ties. You don't want obsession. You don't want people who are obsessed with you either, probably, right? I get the energy here that you cannot be distracted. And in doing so, you may do some things here that may seem cold to other people. Right? But then again, place it as it resonates, right? For some of you, we're going to look into this here, because as you can see, I spent a lot of time on this one. Anyway, what we have here in your surroundings is a Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse is this energy here that has to do with placing too much, I want to say, affection or emphasis on appearances, on money, right? It's also a question of long-term goals, right? Can something here be built into prosperity, especially financial prosperity? I see you being focused here on a new beginning. That's your reality, and it is here on the table. Probably you will be offered something here. But does it have what it takes to support your long-term goals? Is it where you want to go? It's just a question, right? And then when I then look down here to this King of Swords, then I'm actually seeing, now we're getting here. It's just, take this as inspirational, right? Don't let it dictate your life. But then I get here, are we then dealing with someone who's a little bit of a seductress? Like, the seducing boss that are like marketing something here to you. Right? It's just a question here. It's going to be somewhat of a challenge here in your energies. Because I get this, yes, I want to go there, right? When I say I, it's always you. I want to go there. But then again, do I? There is this, sitting on the dock of the bay here in the past still, right? Being tempted almost on your, right? What's authentic to you, right? Can whatever is being brought to the table here live up to the goals you set up? Is it authentic? Is it aligned with you? I'm not getting the star energy here, but I'm sensing it. Anyway, why am I saying all this? Because coming up for you, we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. This is something starting quick and then it drops. It's losing passion for it, right? It's the fuckboy, fuckgirl. It's in and out energy. Now it is also, I mean, it can be blockages on where it is that you want to go if you're passionate here, right? And then meaning that I see you being very guarded in terms of your fire energy. You're driven, you're forward, your motivation. It's gotta come up here again. Don't worry, it's gotta come up. But I am sensing here somewhat of a delayed start. What you don't see and what is your strength is that I do actually get a communication coming your way of a new beginning here. But it may be a little delayed. It may not come as quickly as it is that you're expecting it to, Taurus. You're hoping to get away from anything that's toxic, yes. You're focused on getting this new beginning, yes. You don't want to deal with the conflict, but it is here. Right? You're just not engaging with it. You're setting up your high boundaries, but it's still draining you. And I feel as though that is what's draining on your energies, where we get this, be careful of your burnout. We have cornucopia, first chakra, and we have... Alright, let's just stick with the cornucopia here. Cornucopia, is that where we have a soulmate? I don't even want to go... Alright, that's another energy. We can't deal with that today. Sorry, we're already up, what, 26 minutes. Wow, these soulmate energies. Sorry, I got distracted there. It's just showed up with Aries as well. It's like soulmates are aligning. Anyway, it's just something I got there, like hidden energy. Cornucopia is something about to... Alright, you know what? Let's read it. Cornucopia, because I'm looking at your environment here, right? Cornucopia. I'm looking because your environment is interesting. Cornucopia. Wishes fulfilled. An abundant and harvest and great blessings are waiting for you. You will find all of your wishes fulfilled. Yeah, not really. It is reversed. It's a card of personal frustration. You may find yourself feeling discouraged by having your wishes denied, or maybe even just disappointed with the delays involved, right? Don't be surprised or too disheartened if obstacles seem to block your way. It may simply take some patience and persistent action, or it may require a radical shift in how you're approaching your goals. This card can indicate a cycle of restriction or a period of lack or loss. Don't let this deter you. Use this time to go deeper. There may be less sincere, blah, blah, blah. The communication is definitely coming your way. There's no way, there is a communication coming your way. It's going to be delayed. It's going to frustrate you. Especially if this is in your career, right? There's somewhat of a there's something here where you're gonna feel as though, right, am I investing too much of my time into right? If it's not you, then it's your environment, right? There's just this energy here. Did I waste my time on this fucking shit? Did I waste my time on a soul energy that was definitely not here for me, right? That's where we do have that. That ties up to the energy of not wanting to see it, not wanting to face it. There was a choice of seeing it for what it was, but not doing it. But then, guess what? It's coming. But you know what? But then comes your way. Yeah, and that then brings this frustration, right? Then we have an 8 of Wands coming your way. That is quick communication. That's the most likely outcome. Bam! Things are gonna take off. The energies are gonna come towards you. But it comes most likely... Well, it comes when the energies here actually, I can't really place for them whether it's in you or your sort of environment. It's like someone here has to realize that, it's like, I'm wasting my time on this, right? It's like someone here has to realize they're wasting the time on the wrong, they're investing into something that's not right. Then they shift their gaze, and that's where this delayed communication comes in. It's probably the soulmate energy I'm getting here. But it will require a lot of trust. Taurus, be mindful here that you don't waste energies on trying to build something up with something on the past, right? especially for those of you where this is a love situation and it's a ghosting situation. Done. Yes, especially for those where this is a love situation. Because there's no cups though, right? This is all pentacle, wands and swords. There's no love. This is a reading on communication. This is a reading on your way forward. This is a reading of abandoning trying to argue your way with the environment that's not working with you, and setting long terms that are beneficial here, right? And no, you don't know. I can't really say if this is you or your environment not being so bloody occupied with money, or with with a traditional way of doing things, right? And not being lured and not being tricked in any way. Right, here we have the fire energy. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Here we go. Oh, would you believe that? This is great. There's a woman. Now I know most of you viewers are women yourself, so this could be your energy. It's the Queen of Wands and the Empress, and Knight of Wands and Page of Cups. This is first and foremost a situation where things are not gonna go in someone's favor, and it's gonna leave a little bit of a messy karma. There's a loss here. Bam! Someone very, very fiery and passionate comes out of hiding, brings an offer, something way better, and where there's a lot of growth. And then the question here is, Taurus, are you willing to can you open your heart to this? Can you trust this? Are you willing to trust this? Or are you so shaped by conflict? Okay, that is what I have for you. You take whatever you want from this, right? You take whatever you want. Remember, this is a monthly reading. It's a monthly reading. So that's... You can always go back and watch the monthly readings to see how they played out, or something, if there's anything in it. All right, that's what I have for you. Remember, what was your strength? Your strength was that there's a communication coming in. Your strength here this month, communication coming in your way. Remember, like the video if you like this content. I will see you next time, next month, for your monthly reading. Take care, Taurus. Ciao.